But what happens with us? Desire fulfilled, oh, successful, happy. Not fulfilled, the graph comes down. Then it goes up, then it comes down. Oh my God, sometime up, sometime down, sometime up, sometime down. What type of life is this? But if you are following spiritual life, then these things don't matter, they don't bother you. Because as we were talking yesterday, happiness is not outside. Happiness is within us. Simple example is there. If you like a particular dish and that dish comes in front of you, or take an example, leave aside dish. You like a particular car and you have been thinking, when can I buy this Mercedes? And one day you get that money and the Mercedes is in front of your house. And you think, oh, now I'm going to take a ride in this. Then only you receive a telephone call on your mobile that the person you loved the most is on the deathbed, has met with an accident, is on the deathbed. Now would you enjoy the ride in the Mercedes? No. So that means the happiness was not in the Mercedes, it was within you. You don't have to look outside. What is the difference between a materialistic person and a spiritualistic person? Prabhupada describes. A materialistic person looks out for happiness and a spiritualist looks inside for happiness. Now who's intelligent? Why? Because inside means it is with me. Outside means it is with someone else. I have to take it from him. Like when you apply for a good job, you are taking away others' job, na? Right or wrong? Sometimes people say, I am a very good person. Then you should not do any job or business. Because when you do job or business, you take away the job or business of someone else. If you are successful, right or wrong? So how can you be called good when you are creating problems for others? So materialistic person, till you are not following, when you are in the spiritual level, there is no competition. Because every one of us has got his own position. So we don't look out for happiness. We look within. Why within? Because what lies within? I am within this body. I am within this body. And that I is what? The soul. I is the soul. And once you understand the soul, as we talked yesterday about it, once you understand the soul, soul is eternal, full of knowledge, full of bliss. That means the happiness was not outside. I am already happy, but I am feeling that I am unhappy. Like they say in Hindi, there is a saying, Chhora bagal mein, dhandura nagar mein. That your son is behind you and you are looking out for your son all over the countryside. You are yourself happy. You are a spark of happiness. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna, has been described in the Vedas as Anandamayo Bhayasat. That He is made of Anand, and we are His part and parcel. We are His parts, so we are also full of Anand. But we are so foolish that instead of trying to know our own self, we are trying to look for Anand outside. Outside there is no Anand. It is just like a wire, a copper wire is a conductor of electricity, right? And wood is an insulator. No current passes. Now if the copper wire thinks that I should look out for something else so that current can pass through that, it is the foolishness of the copper wire. You yourself are a conductor. Why are you looking outside toward and you are seeing towards what? Wood. That the electricity will pass through the wood. Dry wood it will not pass. And it is looking at dry wood to help him out in passing electricity one point to the other. You yourself are conductor of electricity. Very nicely, easily the electricity will pass through you. So the same way, you are soul. Soul is Sat, Chit or Anand, eternal, full of bliss and full of knowledge. That is why this is the difference between a materialistic and a spiritualist person. So we are not looking out for things outside. We are looking out for it within us. And that is the greatest thing. It's a secret. Is it not a secret? You are running around the whole place looking out for happiness, whereas you should be looking within. When you meet someone who's trying to look out in qualities of other people, what would you tell him? Don't waste your time. Look into your own qualities. What qualities, good qualities and bad qualities you have. Enhance the good qualities and remove the bad qualities. Why are you looking at others? See your own self. So here also we are saying, why are you looking for happiness anywhere else? Look within you. The moment you realize that Brahma Bhuta Prasanatma, the person who realizes I am the soul, is Prasanatma. Very simple Sanskrit. Prasan means what? Happiness, to be blissful. Prasanatma, he is every time happy. Na sochati, na kanshati. No lamentation, no hankering. We are doing two things in life, lamenting and hankering. First we hanker, we don't get, we lament, we get, we lament. Why do we lament when we get? Because someone else may not take it. If you get a customer, you get a job, what is the first thing? That it may not go away, right? First you are hankering to get the job or the customer, and then when you get it, then you are hankering, then you are lamenting. Why? Because it may not go away. Lamenting and hankering. Full lifetime wasted in what? So person who becomes Brahma Bhuta Prasanatma. Brahma Bhuta Prasanatma. So now we start the introduction. Start from the beginning. That is the invocation mantras which we chant in the beginning for bringing auspiciousness. Anything when we do, what we do, when you do anything, there is a basic thing which when you start, like if you want to cook something, what do you do first thing? You clean the area, right? Right or wrong? If you want to wear clothes, you wash them, you iron them, and then you wear them, right? But you may tell a person, why are you doing this? You have to wear. Arey Baba, before wearing, you have to do all this. So this is also starting. So we have to make a spiritual atmosphere. So that is why we chant these mantras. Now what do they mean? I'll just go through them. I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. The first thing we have to understand, when you want to take something, you want something from someone, you have to show yourself that you don't have that, right or wrong. If you ask for a glass of water, that means you don't have water. That's why you are asking for a glass of water. Simple. So why are we here? What is the difference between a human being and an animal? The human being and animal, there is only one difference is this. The basic difference is this, that we have got higher facilities of faculty of intelligence. Right or wrong? And what is intelligence used for? Getting knowledge. Right? What is the basic difference between a human being and an animal? Our level of intelligence is higher than them. It is not that they don't have intelligence. They also have intelligence, but we have got a... Right or wrong? Now that higher level of intelligence is there. So it should be, higher things should be used for higher purposes. Simple. So here what is this, that I was born in the darkest ignorance. I was born in the darkest ignorance. So what is the greatest darkness? It is not of not having light. It is of being ignorant. What happens when you don't have the light? The electricity goes in the night. What happens? You do not know what is around you. Right or wrong? So you are actually, when light goes in the night, you become ignorant of the things around you. Right or wrong? So that darkness also leads to ignorance, and ignorance in itself is darkness. Sometimes you tell a person in the daytime also, if something, you ask for something and that is lying on the table, you say, are you blind? You can't see it? Blind means what? Darkness? So ignorance. So we were born in the darkest, born in the darkest ignorance. Now ignorance, so that means ignorance can be of different levels. Like when the night is the most darkest, which day of the moon? Amavasya. That is new moon. That night is the darkest. But night is dark. But on full moon it is less dark. It is dark, but it is less dark. I was born in the darkest ignorance. What is the darkest of all ignorances? To forget oneself. Right or wrong? If you forget who you are, is the height of darkness. Right or wrong? Tell me. You yourself say this is my body. Then who are you? If I say this is my house, am I the house or am I different from the house? If you say this is my house, are you the house or you are different from the house? You are different from the house. You say my car, you are the car or you are different from the car? When you say my, that means I is different. My motorcycle, my bike, you are not the bike, it is your bike. Same way you say this is my body, that means you are the body or different than the body? You are I body, you say? No? What do you say? My body. And it is stated, I am the soul. My soul is wrong language. My soul is wrong language. So I was born in the darkest ignorance. And my spiritual master, who is also known in Sanskrit as Guru, opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. Opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. So actually what is the brightest thing in the world is knowledge. And what is the darkest thing in the world is ignorance. The darkest thing in the world is ignorance. And the brightest thing in the world is knowledge. Now what is, when you have full lights, bright, then everything is clear. Everything is clear, right? Now, just by knowing that everything is clear, you can see everything, but you should know what is an epitome of knowledge. That what purpose that thing should be used for, right or wrong. And then to act to reach that to complete that purpose. So here it is stated that my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. So the work of the guru, the work of the teacher is to teach, give the knowledge. Today what happens, the gurus are cheating the people. Instead of giving them knowledge, they are saying you just meditate. You do this kriya, you do this yoga. No! First you have to give the guru and shishya. Shishya means disciple. Disciple means who basically takes knowledge. And guru, the spiritual master, the teacher, work is to give him knowledge. Not just impart him some mantra. Actually mantra means mantra which frees the mind from ignorance. Mantra. Man iti trayate. Which delivers the mind from all ignorance. Is actually a mantra. That is why every word of the Upanishad, every is known as a mantra. Because it clears you from ignorance. So that is not the only mantra which the teacher gives you in the ear, which some of these Indian yogis do. No. That mantra is there, but this knowledge is also mantra. So here it is stated